The main message of their march can all be summarized in the title of this march behind me, the Rally for Abortion Justice. About 10,000 people are expected to be out here later today, and I want to bring in the executive director of the Women's March, Rachel, joining us bright and early this morning. And why don't you tell us about why you wanted to be out here? I know you said you participated in the first march back in 2017. Now here we are all these years later. Why you wanted to participate in this?
I think there's so much happening on this issue around abortion justice that's either in the courts or in legislation, and it's really hard for people to understand where they can fit in and make their voices heard. And so we wanted to give folks an opportunity to do that here today in the streets, both in DC and in 660 marches across the country.
Now, the timing of all of this is important, too, with the Supreme Court reconvening to hear oral arguments this upcoming Monday.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's oral arguments, and then Jehu is on December 1st. And so we're going to be seeing a number of kind of peaks, not only in the Mississippi case, but also in the Texas case to come.
You mentioned the marches that are happening all across the country, more than 650 of them happening. And of course, this is the epicenter. Take me back in 2017, that large demonstration that happened right here in the nation's capital. What's different this year, all these years later?
Well, the biggest thing that's different is that this isn't the central march. There are a number of anchor marches, one in Jackson, Mississippi, one in Austin, Texas, one in Brownsville, Texas, and all across the country. And so I think the biggest piece is that we're working in coalition with other groups and really trying to get as close to the risk and the problem in communities as possible.
Rachel, thanks for joining us bright and early this morning. Marcella, I do want to mention, the website has that full schedule. Everyone will be meeting here for a prayer vigil at 10 o'clock this morning, a prayer gathering, rather, at 10 o'clock this morning. Then they're going to march to the Supreme Court just after noon. We'll be here to cover all of it this morning. Guys.
Full day ahead. Thank you so much, Nicole. We appreciate it. But the people joining the Women's March, they will not be alone today. They can expect to be met by counter-protesters. Students for Life of America is urging pro-life backers to join their demonstration, urging the Supreme Court to overturn the Roe v. Wade decision legalizing abortion.
If they're pro-life and they feel like they're being silenced, they feel like they're the only ones, they're not. We're out there to represent you all, women who've experienced miscarriage, women who've experienced an abortion and regret it, who've been harmed by abortion. We're here for you. We hear you. We're here to help you.
The pro-life group not only plans to be at both Freedom Plaza and the Supreme Court, but also has organized counter-protests in many other cities today.